It's snowing again, and we have no power again. This is the third time that the power's gone out in 3 days. And we have a generator going, so we have heat and we have plug in for coffee. I'm gonna go down and check on the chickens right now. Okay, they're all good. Yesterday, I filmed this telling my story about what I did with the chickens the first time the power went out. So I'll show you that now, but this is crazy. This is so much snow. Yesterday we were 2 feet in 3 days. And I don't know how long it's been snowing now, but it's snowing hard and it's probably been snowing all night. So we have our generator going. So we have a wood burner, which is how we heat our house, but the fan to make it blow into the house is electric. And we have a well for water, but again, the pump is electric. So in order to get the heat and water in our house, we have to run a generator and hook it up to each of those things, not all at the same time. So this morning to make coffee took an hour. Both James and I were up at 5. I was also up letting Clyde out at 3, so I think the power must have just gone out at around 4. So the first time the power went out, we didn't want to get the generator running. We didn't know how long it was going to be. And there's a little cafe there's not really a town where we live, but there's a coffee shop and a gas station and a local store. So we went to the coffee shop and we had some soup and buns, and we were on our way home. And because of the weight of the snow, a tree had fallen across the road and it had taken out a live power line. So by the time we got there, the volunteer fire department were on the scene and they said, you can't go in. You can't drive over this power line. That's the only way into our property unless you want to take some pretty crazy back roads, which we've shown you before. It's the way that we go get water. So which is not an option when there's this much snow, even with James's truck. So we just in that moment, our friend Paul was on the other side he was coming out of the property and we were trying to get in. So what we literally did was ran past each other and swapped vehicles. So he was able to go, he lives in Fernie, so he was able to go out and get home, and we were able to come into where we live. So that was a thing. And then that caused the power to be out. That was the whole day. I think we were out. We had no power for 12 hours, but we made it work. James is running huge extension cords from the generator, which we have out at our shop, into the house through the window. And then if we want to power coffee pot our fridge and our freezer and our oven, none of that's working. So we're just making it work. But it's making me think, it's really important to obviously to have food on hand, and you obviously have to make sure that your animals are safe and the chickens. And yeah, this is for sure the most snow that we've seen here, and also the most that the power has gone out. And James is actually working on a plan right now with one of the guys he knows that's an electrician. We're going to get this he can explain it, but it's like a power switch. So basically, as soon as the power goes out, the generator will switch. It will hook up to a switch that will power our house. So we feel like this is the time to do that. I don't freak out when it's like this. There we have, I've got James and we've got everything we need. And yeah, it's just a little bit more work. And my biggest priority, honestly, is just the animals, making sure that everybody's safe and um, not stuck in the snow and warm and cozy and fed. So I had a real screw up with the chickens yesterday. We got the 18 inches of snow. We got literally 16 of it overnight. After that last video that I put out about the chickens and the snow, we got another foot of snow. And anyway, what happened was we lost power to our side of the lake for 12 hours. 12 hours yesterday. And so what ended up happening was chickens have a light that is inside and on that I manually turn on and off. And when the power went off, the light went off, but I didn't turn it off. So when the power came back on at 11 o'clock last night, the light turned on. So these chickens have been up for now, it's I think 2 o'clock the next day. They've been up for more than 12 hours. So you can imagine my surprise when I came to wake them up this morning and they were all awake and in the coop with the lights on full blast. So the only thing, well, I brought them some microgreens, leftover microgreens, and some other snacks. And the only thing that I can think of to do is it gets dark here at around 5. And I think I'm going to lights them out right at 5 and then come back tomorrow morning at 5 and put the lights back on so they have their 12 hours. And hopefully they'll sync back up to their regular schedule. But I feel horrible. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, but I just feel bad because chickens are really sensitive to light, even with their eyes closed. It's they don't have, like when we close our eyes, it's black, and when they close their eyes, it's whatever it is outside. Like they don't have the blockers like we do. So yeah, it's very important. Light is really important to them, and it affects their cycles. It affects them laying eggs. It affects their immune systems. It affects a lot of things. So I feel terrible. I know I should probably have that light on a timer, but I come and tuck them in every night and I wake them up every morning. So it's usually not a problem. It just completely skipped my mind that that light would have still been on because I didn't turn it off. So yeah, I'm giving some extra treats today. Tell us what you're doing.
I have a flashlight and extension cords and generator running and no power again. Just trying to do some computering.
How much snow do you think we got last night?
2 more inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's snowing pretty heavy right now.
It's snowing heavy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like huge.
Big flakes.
Yeah.
I like the big flakes.
Yeah. Can you explain to people how our burner works and how we have to ring it up when the panels are populated?
So the burner has a
Wood burn.
It has a thermostat. The wood burner has a thermostat. So when the thermostat drops below 170 Fahrenheit, it kicks on a fan, which is electric, on the burner, and it brings air into it until it hits 180, and then the fan turns off, and then the fire just kind of smolders. So that maintains a constant heat for the water that is pumped into the house with also an electric pump, and circulates through a radiator in our ductwork, and then that is operated by a thermostat, a fan that blows through the radiator into the ductwork of our house, which is also electric.
So when the power goes out?
When the power goes out, we have to run an extension cord from a generator to the fan and the pump in the house, and then I have to jimmy rig a cord onto the back of the burner to make that work. And we need a coffee, and we need a computer. And we're going to put in a transfer switch that ties into our main panel of the house.
I'm trying to explain that in an earlier clip, but maybe you
can. Yeah, so we're going to put a transfer switch in. It's not a smart one, but it'll be selected circuits because we are going to tear this house down. at some point in our lives. And what we will eventually put in is a propane style generator that will switch the whole house over in the event of a power outage. This is what we're dealing with right now. So.
You want more coffee?
Oh yeah, lots. So tree down across wires again. The snow is so heavy. Like I told you when I drove over to the other side of the lake, you could see like 15 trees just leaning. Mm-hmm. Like big ones too. On the upside we have internet from our phones. It's crazy how much you depend on it. I mean, until it's gone, you're like, no big deal.
I know. Okay, so what's this showing? Crew assigned?
Yeah, it's just an interactive map that shows you all the different outages. Yeah. It's not just us. There's like Bull River, Mayuk, Callaway, or Paints Lake area.
Yeah, I saw that weight from the trees from the snow.
Yeah. This area's hit pretty hard.
I'm going to give them to you so that if you get back in, we don't have to go down the beep, beep, beep. go.
Now we can drive past, right? Till the next tree. Yeah, it's so slippery. You are a good Samaritan. Okay.
Just in time for the plow guy.
I know, that was funny. Where are we going?
Let's go get a hot plate. Well, because if we can't get over there, if there's trees down that way, then we can just get food.
We can make food. Otherwise, we can try the coffee shop again.
Yeah, I think that's smarter.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Norman? He's very snowy. Norman, are you in there? Oh, look at look at that snow. I love this costume he's got on. Very cool. It's left over from Halloween. Norman is a wood carved Sasquatch at our friend Paul's property. He dons many costumes. Looks like he could use his earmuffs again. What you got?
Hot plate.
For what?
Cooking eggs. Like driving this slow through here is actually dangerous.
This is our road in and out to where we live. And it's just all those trees you can see in the top of the screen that are leaning in are just waiting to fall. Take out another power line. These guys are busy.
They don't look busy.
Oh, look at the top of that power line. It's the power line pole is completely broken at the top.
They need a potato gun, man.
Potato gun, James says.
Hit the trees.
Yeah, I got a lot of extra potatoes. We can just get out here with our potato gun. Yeah, this is nuts, man. Hopefully we can get back.
They're all like so leaning so hard.
I know. I know, look at that.
Looks like we got the wires cleared. Like, how many times can the wire get hit?
Well, it's lining all of these trees on the side. Alright, we're through. Got some nice eggs for breakfast from the coop.
So it's like,
Little hot plate, folks.
want me some nice chicken on it? Mash the eggs. What situation?
Wow. Are we gonna have soup again?
Glidey, do you like the snow? James plows our path in the back woods so that the little dogs can still go for walks, even when there's this much snow. Good boy, Clyde. Good boy. You like your walk? Yeah? You like your walk? Your snowy walk? Chucha? What's he doing?